Journey.
Oh, betrayal. Oh, the betrayal. Listen, if you follow me and you're on this thing and you know I'm following Love Island USA, do my reviews, you know I like to talk about the things that you probably didn't see. This is a betrayal by Amaya. Let me forget Ace. Amaya is next to the word betrayal in the dictionary. Because how? Were you not crying tears? Talking about how Hannah is your girl. You could not do this to your girl, Hannah. You can't get with Charlie because I've built up such an amazing relationship with her. She's like my bestie since she came in. And then you sent man to the gulag. You could have sent Taylor, but you didn't send Taylor. You could have sent Huda, but you didn't send Huda. Charlie's the one that you sent after saying that Hannah's your girl and you were busting out tears and crying. I will never believe a word Amaya said. I didn't believe a word she said in the previous anyway, to be honest. She is a actor at best. But I just said this is a betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Too, like this was a betrayal of the highest order. And really and truly, I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't rock with it. Don't be sitting in someone's face talking about how, you know, you're my girl, you're this to me. And since you've come in the villa, no one else has done this for me. Yeah. And then you send the man that she likes home. Now, hey, albeit Hannah's out here in these streets moving mad. Okay, all right. Let's be honest that Hannah's out in these streets moving mad. Okay, all right, let's be honest. Hannah's out in these streets moving mad. And let me be very fair with you. Look, it is early days. You can do whatever you want. It's not that Hannah was kissing Pepe. It's the fact that she was trying to sneak kisses outside and doing things, knowing that she know that Charlie likes you in a particular way. So you had to be honest about it before you did it. She already did all the kissing, getting onto man, sitting on man's lap, all that kind of thing before she decided to come and be truthful. And then she tried to weaponize it by saying, hey, I was honest with you. No, you weren't. Okay, no, you weren't honest about it because when I came to you, I had to pull you up for a chat. You went to go and talk to the group and get them and were called out by Nick before you came to tell me. Don't tell me that you're coming to. Don't tell me you're being honest. I had to come over to you, pull you up for a chat, and then have this conversation. So don't pretend it. See, people like Hannah, all right, there's a lot of them. Men and women do this, right? They're manipulative. And then people will be like, it's only day 2. Like Andrea, again, Andrea, I love you, but come on. You and Shelly, stop this nonsense. It's like it's day 2. Oh my God, like it's so early. Andrea, let's not do that. If Taylor was out here lipsing other gal and didn't tell you and you had to come and pull him up, you would not be sitting here talking about demure. You wouldn't be doing that. Shelly is a hypocrite. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Okay. Shelly's a hypocrite, but she's playing the game. I'm not mad at it. They're all playing the game. Look, the game is a game. At the end of the day, if Austin ain't gonna see the game, I can't tell him to save himself. You know what I'm saying too? But let's just keep it a buck and keep it troll. Okay, all right. The game was nasty by Hannah. You know what I'm saying to you? But I understand it's still the game. It's still early doors. Be honest about it. That's all. Don't try to pretend as if you're an honest person when you're not. You weren't an honest person. You already done the lip sync and then came and told, just like Nick did. It's like you're lying. Nick did the exact same thing. He's a liar. You lied. You pretended as if it was all cool when you were kissing Sierra, but you ended up kissing Bella and didn't tell Bella, and then pretend as if you were innocent. Oh, I didn't know what to say. No, you're lying. You could have told him. Like at least with Andrea, when she got kissed by Jalen, she went and told Taylor. Just like she did the first night. And I have to respect that. That's something I have to respect about Andrea. Like when it came to the ace kiss, when it came to this kiss, she came and she told Taylor, hey, I got a kiss from these people. Right? That honesty, well, you can't buy it, bro. And I respect that with Andrea. And that's why she's still my number 1 babe at the end of the day. Now, that's why I have a little bit more critique about her because sometimes I'm like, babe, I want you to improve. You know what I'm saying to you? But you know you're my babe. You know what I'm saying to you? But this nonsense by Hannah was just nonsense today. And then at the end, we're seeing you breaking down and crying. Why are you breaking down and crying? Amaya, why are you breaking down and crying? Right? You know what I'm saying to you? Why are you breaking down and crying? All right? Why are you breaking down and crying? So, I went with it. We're all out here doing apologies about. And the only reason why Hannah even wanted to keep Charlie around is because Charlie decided to be a little bit more toxic himself. Charlie decided that he's going to play the game too. He's going to talk to Iris. And if he talks to Iris, then see what I go on. That she felt pressure. Because you see, the thing about Hannah's actual reason why she stepped out is actually an insecurity. It's not pure game. See, when some you say, hey, you know, listen, let me explain what's going on here. Okay, when Hannah stepped out with Pepe and did it in secret, because she did it in secret, okay, all right, because she could not be honest about her actual desires and wants. Instead of being honest and telling about the desires, and she decided to play the game. Cool. Once she saw Charlie then going after Iris, that then put her under pressure. She's like, wait, hold on a minute. And the only reason why I was under pressure is because Iris is a baddie. Let's just keep it a buck, right? That's the only reason why. But Iris wasn't ain't even one. You know what I'm saying? True. Iris wasn't even a one. So the fact that Hannah felt the pressure to come and apologize and say I'm sorry for what I'd done because of one conversation with Iris, and then decided to have the cheek, and it was a cheek, the gall, to say, oh, you know, I don't want an ego war. No, sis, you don't want anything. You want to be able to do whatever you want to do and move the game, and you want to move the game. You know what I'm saying to you? You feel me? Right? Don't get mad now. Don't call it an ego war when you were deciding to lips next man and not tell man, and then try to pretend as if you're okay and you're honest. But then when I go and talk to another girl, you're gonna call it an ego war. Get the frick out of here. Get the frick out of here. If you're gonna play the game, play the game. You know what I'm saying to you? If you're gonna play the game, play the game. You know what I'm saying to you? But just know when you get played, I don't want to hear you crying. I don't want to hear you moaning. I don't want to hear you doing it. Now, Charlie's biggest mistake, okay? Now, he may not have seen to him. Charlie's biggest mistake on this island was going for Amaya when Amaya had already developed a friendship with Charlie, with Hannah. I didn't know this, but of course, this episode exposed it. The moment he went after Amaya, he caused himself the downfall. Okay? All right? Because at that point, Amaya wasn't feeling him like that. Okay, now call it what she wants. Whether she was being loyal, I don't know if she was being loyal because again, I don't. These early doors. You know what I'm saying? Too, it's early doors. I don't know if she's been loyal, but maybe she saw the connection between Charlie and Hannah and thought to herself, I don't want to get in the way of that, right? But either way, it doesn't make a difference. At the end of the day, let me see if I can play a clip for you guys of
going to do a friend the way I wouldn't want them to do. But I'm a true believer.
Your friends out here lips to next man. Don't worry about friendships, blood. We're supposed to be on Love Island, as Ace said. I'm gonna come to Ace. We're supposed to be on Love Island, blood. So we're supposed to do whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So we're gonna talk about. I'm telling you about all the people that are betrayal out here, but we get there in a second. So Amaya talking about, look how she's crying. My friend, I can't do this, my friend. But then sent nigga home. Come on, man. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You out here crying tears, salt water, waterfalls. And then you're telling me now you're going to send him home. Yeah, okay, sis. Okay, sis. Okay, sis. Okay. Anyway, but Charlie made a mistake because going to talk to Amaya was a wrong move. He became, it looked desperate because he had gone to Iris, which was cool, but then he went to Amaya as well. And Amaya had a really close relationship. So unfortunately, okay, all right, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So Charlie, unfortunately, it looked like an error of desperation. We have to be honest about it. It looked like an error of desperation because unfortunately, it didn't pay off. When you take a risk and it doesn't work, we always look at it retrospectively, unfortunately, right? This could have been an amazing move if Amaya was for it, but she weren't. And unfortunately, he did not understand the relationship between Amaya and Charlie. Amaya and Hannah. And I just don't think Amaya fancied him like that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't think Amaya fancied him like that because in reality, like everyone keeps saying, it's been 2 days. Well, if it's only been 2 days, why the heck would Amaya feel some type of way about Charlie trying to move to her? Well, the reality of the situation is because she doesn't fancy him like that. That's just the reality of the situation. At the time when she needed Charlie was when she was on the edge of being kicked out. So when she was vulnerable, she considered Charlie. But actually, in real life now, that ain't her right now. Because if she was, she's going to say, listen, hey, look, maybe right now, I want to get to know you still, but, you know, it's a bit tentative right now. You're going to take some time out. If you're really about it, come back to me later on. She wasn't thinking that at all. She was like, no, that's my friend. She wasn't interested. Let's just keep it a buck. She wasn't interested. Forget the loyalty stuff, because it's been 2 days. It's not loyalty. It's 2 days. Hannah's your best friend. After 2 days, get the frick out of here. Okay? All right? He made a bad move. Okay, all right. He made a that move that he made was risky and it didn't pay off, and now he's off the island. It's unfortunate. In this love game, okay, there is some element of risk. And when you take a risk, you got to know what you're doing. If you are going to go after somebody's friend, take it from somebody who has done it before. Okay, all right. You've got to know how to play this game. You got to know the tenets and the mindset of the individuals when you want to go after two friends. Now, I've done it before and it's gone wrong. And they both hit me up and was like, what the hell are you doing? I've done it before and it's worked. So you got to understand how the game works, and you got to understand the mindset of two people, and you got to be ready to lose if you decide to take that kind of risk. Now the rewards are amazing, but if you fail, bro, you out the villa now, and that's where he is now, right? That's where he is now. That's unfortunate, but hey, you play the game and you don't. Yes, what happens? Okay, all right, cool, yoli. All right, cool. Really quick though, let me just quickly what happened on the episode, and then I'll break it down some more. Okay, so Ace situation with Huda. I told you about Ace, didn't I? I told you about Ace is a problem. It's like it felt personal in a way that didn't make sense. Why is Ace so against Huda? It doesn't make sense. If this is Love Island, then they found love. They've done what they need to do. Do you know what I'm saying to you? If it's Love Island, Ace, then they've done what they need to do. So why are you talking about people are not open? They don't need to be. It's Love Island, not Sex Island, not Lust Island, not have many gal island. It's Love Island, blood. But because Ace is actually a very emotional person, a very sensitive person, he doesn't take rejection very well. But I'll talk about that in a second or two later on. Let's come back to that point. We've got Jeremiah and Huda. Jeremiah, before you get into an abusive relationship with Huda, you need to run. Just gonna be honest with you. I like Huda. I actually like Huda, you know. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I like her. I can really understand her. But I'm gonna just say this now. Jeremiah, if you don't run, you are gonna be in an abusive relationship, because the issue is when she started, like today, when she said, you will never do that. And I said, whoa. I said, bro. I said, ho. I said, how? Get the frick out of here. How you talking like that, bro? I'm a man. You know what I'm saying to you? So when she decided to say that to him and said, listen, you're never gonna, I said, oh, sir, I think you need to let her know that she shouldn't be telling you never. That she was talking to you like, you know what I'm saying to you? Like she wasn't even talking. That's what she was doing. At that point, when they're doing that to you, bro, you gotta let them know, hey, relax. You know what I'm saying to you? When they start doing that, you need to relax. You know what I'm saying to you? You're barking up the wrong tree. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So now it makes sense. That's why Jeremiah was saying, yes, you just said it as well, why he feels like she treated him like a child, because this was it. This was it. And Huda's got double standards. When she was getting lipsed in the day 9, when they were doing that, when they had to come and be tied up, when she was getting lipsed, you know, you weren't stopping the lips. But as soon as Jeremiah was getting lipsed, you had to buck up your neck and be like, yeah, you know, Iris, get your hand off me, B word to the you're double standards, babe. Right. And so Jeremiah, and here's the problem with, okay, let me not go too deep in them, but let me just say the last point about Jeremiah and Huda. I'll come back to them. But the problem with Jeremiah and Huda, the issue that they're facing is that Jeremiah's not being honest. See, Jeremiah right now is not being honest because because as much as he says he's a great communicator, he's not. Okay. All right. He's not able to tell her that, hey, I want to be able to still explore, or at least still be open, or at least be open to something. Because now the way you lips on Andrea, my God, he launched at that woman. My boy launched that on Andrea. I said, blood, are you all right? Are you okay? He launched at Andrea. Not that he didn't go after her. He launched at her, blood. Yeah. Man said, give me your lips, blood. I want them. Okay. I want that. And lipsed her differently, blood. And that's when I realized, okay, that issue that he has with Huda is that at that point, right, he's not able to tell the truth to her, so he's doing passive aggressive moves. I'm not saying that the kiss is a bad thing, because it's a task, but you the way you lips on Andrea there, I said, bro, you're moving like you're starving, like you ain't got a girl to kiss, blood. You know what I'm saying to you? But we'll talk about that in a second. I have to come back to it. I'm not too much. I'll come back to it. Okay. And then we had obviously Ace and Shelly. Now, I want to be very honest with you, Ace and Shelly. We'll come to that. Ace, Shelly, and Austin situation. Okay. Look, Shelly is playing the game. Okay. So shout out to her. She's winning. I ain't even mad at it. She's winning. But I have to call it out. I have to call out what it is. Okay. First of all, Austin, if you don't get some balls and leave this girl alone, she's gonna destroy you. Okay. If you don't, and I've been there myself, so I know. And I always told you this isn't. I can only play this game if I know I'm hitting. I'm gonna be real with you, because you ain't gonna get me in a situation. I'm gonna be real with you. If you know me from a past life, just know that don't talk about me too much. But if you're gonna have me in a situation in a 3-way, I'm definitely hitting. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm a real with you. God forgive me. I know I'm a changed man now, but I'm just saying to you, you're not gonna have me in a triangle anymore, and I'm not hitting. That's crazy. That is crazy. And you gonna hold me up? Oh. You gonna hold me up with breadcrumbing? No, I'm definitely hitting. Cause that ain't no way. You know what I'm saying to you? But let me be real with you. Austin ain't hitting, okay, and he ain't never gonna hit, okay, the way he's going, okay, because Shelly's buying her time. She's using him as a placeholder, all right, and we know that because she got angry. No, I was gonna say angry, wrong word. She expressed that, oh, Austin is not being strong and that he always needs reassurance, and yet we found out that you felt some type of way about Ace telling you he's still open. Why are you angry? Why are you hurt? Why are you annoyed about Ace still being open? If Austin has to be open with you, why are you being annoyed about he's still searching? Why not? What, do you want him to close it down? If you want to close, why are you talking about Austin then? Yeah, you need that. Now you're going to need that reassurance that you're talking about. But we'll talk about that in a second or two. I don't go too far. Now, Olandria, Jalen, and Taylor situation. Can we nail it in the bud? Can we nip this stuff in the bud? Okay, here's my thing. Okay, I already said this about Olandria. I think she is stunning and wonderful. Okay, but this whole conversation about people are slow to open up, in most cases, 9 times out of 10, except for Serena and our boy, Mr. Beckham. Okay, all right. Listen, look. It's very rare. When people tell you that they are slow movers, they usually aren't telling the truth. Okay, I'm going to be real with you. Okay, all right. Usually what's happening is because they haven't found the right kind of person. Let's just keep it a buck and keep it real. Okay, 9 times out of 10. All right, and there is always an exception. So when I say this, there's going to be someone who's going to be like, no, it's me. I'm a slow mover. I'm a slow burner. No, I'm a slow burner too. Yeah. When you're slow moving, it's usually because you're fearful. And it's because you can't discern whether that person's right for you or not. So I'm already a bit scared of you anyway, because you can't discern. That's why you're moving so slowly. You know what I'm saying to you? If you were confident and knew how to discern the person, you won't be moving so slow. And at that point, usually when you're moving that slow, it usually is going to go to a ground hole anyway. But we'll talk about that in a second or two. But my thing is here, I don't think Olandria is satisfied with. Well, we know I don't think she's satisfied with Taylor. Okay, all right. Okay. Miss Iona, you know me and you, we you know me and you in it. You already know me and you in it. We out here, but I don't want to say anything because that's everybody's favorite couple because they're black. But what I saw in the show, I didn't like it. I already told you I don't like it. But hey, so I think the reality of the situation is that with Olandria, she is a smart person. Like, she's sexy. First of all, she's sexy. But can I keep it a buck? Okay, I don't want to go too deep. This whole Nick affair that has with Olandria, I want to tell you something. See, it's interesting when we talk about black men and white women. We're very quick to talk about the fetishization of black men when it comes to white women. But when it comes to white men liking black women, we celebrate it and jump to the sky. Whoa, how wonderful Nick is that he likes Olandria. Does he? No. Does he? No. Does he? Or does he want to hit some cheeks? Right? We hype that up because it's a white man hyping up. No offense, I'm not against it. Look, do what you want to do. White man, black man, do what you want to do. But we're hyping it up. Like, oh my God, go on. Yes, sis. We're so happy that you're not deep in that. If he wanted her, he would have gone after her. He hasn't gone after her. He has not gone after her. He's been in that place for how long? Has not gone after her. He wants a kiss, touch booty, touch breast. Yeah, but there's nothing about it. So why are we not talking about fetishization? Why don't we talk about the fetishization of this white man doing that towards Olandria? But we could talk about black men doing this. And I'm not saying that they're wrong for talking about black men, but the white man, I'm just saying, I find it absolutely mad. It doesn't make sense. You're not deep in it. And this is how you end up in stupid relationships, because this is he's doing the exact same thing a black man's doing. He's fetishizing the woman. There is nothing that Nick has shown that anything he wants actually likes Olandria. Nothing at all. Because in the end, he still went with Sierra and he still went with Iris. Oh, well, if Nick was open to exploring, why didn't he explore with Olandria? No, if Nick wants to be Dora the Explorer and Dora the Explorer went after Iris, why didn't he explore Olandria? He's had time to. I need you to get out of here with that nonsense. We're too quick to try and back them things because you're angry at the opposite sex. Men do this stuff, women do this stuff. I call it both out. I don't like when the men do it. I don't like when the women do it. When they start getting excited about the opposite, and it's like, bro, like, we don't have to do this, bro. We don't have to do this. Okay? But then the Nick move ain't the move. So let's dead that right away. Quick. Dead it. I don't want to hear anything more about it, okay? Because he wants a lip sir. It don't mean nothing if he wants a lip sir. There's a lot of girl I want to lips too, and I wouldn't wife half of them. It's a reality of situation. There's a lot of people that probably want to do something with me, but have no intention of being my girlfriend. Let's be honest. It's called sexualization, okay? All right, and I'm not mad at it. I just want us to be open and honest about it and be truthful and not hype it up like we're so excited about it. We're not excited about it. If you really are paying attention, we ain't. Okay? We ain't. Okay, all right. Now let's talk about Nick, Ace, and Iris quickly. Okay, let me do my proper review. I know I'm deep, but let me go my proper review. You get me? Let me do my proper review because I've said I was going to do a proper review. Let me do my proper review. Okay, all right. Let me get into this thing. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a clip for you guys because I want to get deeper to this. Let me get deeper into this. Okay, let me talk about Ace and Iris real quick. Okay, all right. Let me talk about Ace and Iris real quick. Let me talk about Ace and Iris, okay? All right, I want to show you something, okay? I want to show you something, okay? Hopefully, I got the right clip, okay? I mean,
4 things with Hannah's best friend Amaya. It was one of the most disastrous explorations.
oh, where is it? Here it is. Hold on. Sorry, guys, sorry. I want to get the right clip for you guys. So,
4 things with Hannah's best friend Amaya. It was one of the most disastrous explorations since I explored the male romper.
are they gonna get me in trouble with this cover, right? Where is the clip with? I want to get the clip with Ace and Iris because there was something that happened with Ace and Iris that I clocked, and I said, "Oh, I said Iris is not the one to play with." You know, Ace, if he's not paying attention, Iris is the one that he's gonna find out. She's gonna get him good, okay? Because there was something that he was doing, his body language, and I wish I could show it. Have I got it? Hopefully I got it because I want to be able to. Yeah, I've got it.
Like, I believe in that. I believe in fate. Like, I do. So I feel like I'm like gravitating towards you. What about you?
I'm excited to know you.
Yeah, me too.
Charlie tried to.
Okay, cool. Damn, I don't know if you guys saw it, right? Today, yeah, Iris did something really interesting. Normally, when Iris was talking to him, right, and every other girl talks to him, they do not. They may start by mirroring him, but eventually they all come out of the mirroring position. Like they all, like Amaya did it, Iris did it the first time she spoke to him, Shelly does it as well. Everyone does it. Eventually he wins because he stays in the same position. It's like, it's a mental warfare. Okay. All right. He tries to play cool and it's a mental warfare. Pay attention to this. Look, watch the body language here. Okay?
Like, I believe in that. I believe in fate.
I believe
Like,
in fate,
I do. So I feel like I'm like,
boom. Today Iris said, nah. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. If you're not the only one. I said, if you're not the only one. Okay, I'm remixing it, but hey, you get what I'm saying to you. I said, okay, I see what Iris doing here. I said, this could be dangerous for Ace because I feel like Ace could potentially fall for this girl, and this girl could end up leaving him where he stands. Because when she started mirroring him, the first time she ever spoke to him, she wasn't mirroring him. But it's like, if you're now changing it, that's telling me that she's paying attention. She's paying attention. Okay. Now she talks about, oh, I like my nerds. I said, oh no. I like my nerds. Oh no. She likes her nerds. Oh no. I said, this could be the one. I said, Ace could find out real quick that she ain't gonna be the one that you want to play with, bro. Okay. When people start mirroring you and they start paying attention to those kind of things, just watch out for that. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, that's all I'm going to try and say. You know, I'll be very careful when people start me. Be very careful with those kind of people because he's one of everybody else. But this one here, okay. I said he might have to learn. Okay, yep. And thank you, Miss Oni. Thank you for reminding me because her conversation with Charlie, she actually told Charlie I carry a lot more masculine energy, and that's when I said, oh, so she knows a little bit probably of that game. She's probably a little bit more guarded. Remember, I told you about the fact that her face, she knows that it's not the most amazing, but her body's amazing. So she knows how to sell sex. So be careful because what Ace is also attracted to is that emotional unavailability because he himself is, I believe, is emotional unavailable. I think he's very guarded. Right? This whole thing that Ace is doing about, oh, and trying to put himself on a pedestal about I've been here the whole entire time and I've played it almost like he's playing the game right. You ain't playing the game right, bro. You haven't committed to anybody. Yeah, I don't know what game Ace is playing because it hasn't been Love Island, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying too? Like he talking about how he hold himself off for that he was talking about Huda situation, and I'm like, it sounded a mad person. In fact, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Ace speech because for me that was crazy. Hold on. Let me go back because we need to go back. Hold
off within day one, and to me, it's bullshit. I feel.
Now I hope that they cut. I hope they cut his words. I hope that they chopped and edited his words and put it into his mouth because that can happen because they cut the scene at the time, right? It wasn't showing him. So I hope they cut his words. But for him, I want to just say this first and foremost, right? It's personal.
People have hidden agendas around here. You're here to experience and find love.
If you're here to find love and somebody found a relationship, but they don't want you, you are sounding bitter. I think we need to talk about this behavior, right? Because it's giving up very much school behavior, where someone doesn't like you or you have been rejected and you hate on the man that's got your girl. Bro, she's not your girl. So why are you hating on her? It's very much given that kind of behavior. It's beta energy. I'm just being honest with you. Okay. All right. It's just beta energy. You know what I'm saying to you? I think it's beta energy. At the end of the day, your reason for why you're cooking her out, for why you want to send her home, don't make sense for me. Right? Don't make sense for me. If it is Love Island, then they found themselves in that Love Island. Now, whether you agree with it, if it's too soon, if they've been love bombing each other, whether they feel like they're not the best couple, that's another story. But the reality of the situation is your reasoning for why you want Huda out, it sounds very personal. Now, what does she do to you, bro? I need to know. What does she do to you? This is why I said people get too excited because they don't like Huda. Personally, hey, I understand why they don't like Huda. I get it because I don't like what she's doing with Jeremiah. I don't like what she's doing with Jeremiah, right? But the reality of the situation is, I can't be getting onto Huda because she doesn't treat Jeremiah right. Do you know what I'm saying? I can only get onto her for that behavior, but I don't dislike her enough to be like, oh my God, I'm going to ignore what Ace is doing. I'm like, looking at Ace, I'm like, Ace, bro, it's sounding very personal. Do you hate Jeremiah? Do you hate Huda? What's going on? What's making you? And I started realizing, yeah, when you start being insecure, you start comparing yourself to other people. It's a theory, right? You start comparing yourself to other people, and it's like Ace is probably used to being at the top and being the ace, and is finding out that there's another man in that household who can hold the girl that he wants with ease. So much so that girl doesn't want to even give him play. Because remember, this issue also stems from the fact that they played a game with the pie situation, and he got pied, and then had a whole conversation with Huda. And I said, why is he having a whole conversation about a game? Why is he talking about a game? And I started realizing, yeah, and I love that point there is as well. Probably because he's playing the game himself. All right. So my thing here is that you're looking diabolical because it's not even a case of looking like, oh, I want her. So you see, if it was like you wanted to get Jeremiah out of the way, it would have been like, let me get Jeremiah out of the way. But he's not even getting Jeremiah out of the way. He's sending Huda home. So I can't even believe that it's about even, oh, I want Huda for myself now. No, it sounds bitter now. Let's call it what it is. It's bitter. Because if it was Jeremiah, send Jeremiah home, right? You were looking to get Jeremiah sent. Of course, you can't send him home. It's not in this particular thing, right? But you wouldn't be trying to send Huda home. But for you, you want to send Huda home. Here's why you want to send her home. Because, like I said, it's more than just Huda. That tells me I think there's an insecurity in you. I think there might be. But then again, you might be playing the game. You might be thinking to yourself, if I can send one of them home, they're no longer the strongest couple anymore. Right? Maybe that's your thought process. I would like to hope so, rather than thinking that you're an insecure person. Because this conversation you had with Huda in the first place, now this one, Who said I like Huda? I never said I liked Huda. No, you're missing it. I never said I liked Huda. No. I like the fact that her and Jeremiah have tried to make it together, but I knew they were not a great couple. No, I don't dislike Huda. And actually, Olandria is my type, so don't get it twisted. I call her everybody. You know what I'm saying to you? Olandria is my type. You feel what I'm saying to you? So I don't like Huda or dislike Huda because of Olandria. Not at all. I've been saying it from the beginning. I've been talking about how Huda's behavior is not great for Jeremiah. She's not good with what she, and it's manipulative. So yeah, no, right? So yeah, there's something deeper. There's something deeper there with Ace, man. He needs to look into that because it feels heavy. You know what I'm saying too? I don't know. It feels heavy. I get it. The playing with Shelly and that, I get that kind of stuff. But the beef that you have with Huda, it's mad because what she didn't want to open herself. Like I just need you to understand it. Just because he wouldn't open, his actual words were because the person is not open. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And I don't feel this person has really done that. So the person I'm deciding to let go from the island.
Jeremiah was just there looking at him like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So yeah, I think you have to listen to the words. As well what people say. When people say certain things in there. Look, I'm not saying Hood is the most popular person in that villa. We all know the girls are thinking that she's crazy. We know that already. Okay. It's not about whether she's popular or not. It's about the fact that it's why certain people are saying what they're saying. You know what I mean? So at that point in time, in that point in time, I deeped it and I was like, okay, I hear it. Yeah, Ace is not into Shelly. I'll be honest with you, I've been told you this. I told you last week. I told you the other week. Ace is not into Shelly. And again, like I said, because his body language told us everything we need to know. You see how he behaves with Shelly, with how, of course, he did a little kiss thing, yeah. But the body language that he did with Iris, I told you, and then did it with also Huda, I told you he's got a type. He's got a type. He's got a type. And his type might not be Shelly. His ideal type, his preferential type. He might be attracted to Shelly, but his preferential type is not Shelly. It's not Shelly. You know? And so yeah, I'm like, okay. I mean, again, I'm not angry about it. I just think it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. And funny enough, even talking about that, the conversation between Austin and Shelly was also interesting, right? Because this happened. Let me show you guys. This happened as well, right?
And then I feel like between you and I, like, we have a great connection, and it's just like we have great conversation when we hang out. It feels comfortable, it feels cool. But would that just be it? Like, would there be more like fun things or dates or spontaneous things, whatever? Austin was showing me energy that he was just defeated.
Not her saying that Austin was showing me energy that he was defeated. Yeah. You know, okay, let me tell you this now. Yeah, I've already said this, right? We are not in the 1500s. Okay, let me keep it a buck. Okay, let me keep it a buck. Okay, we are not in the 1500s. Okay, we know what healed behavior is and unhealed behavior is. In the 1500s, 1600s, when there were kings and queens, okay, people could be unhealed and it will be normal. Yeah, when people were tapped, it was normal. You get what I'm saying to you? When people were tapped in their behavior, it was normal. So, for instance, when someone says, "I want you to fight for me," I want you to show me that you can fight for me, it's tapped behavior. In 1600s, it was like chivalrous. A man that fights for you and shows you will kill for you. Wow, wonderful. Yeah, in 1600s, it was fine, okay? When David was king and Bathsheba was not okay, it's fine. We are in 2025. You are unhealed when you're telling somebody to fight for you that way, right? So now he looks defeated. Yes, he looks defeated. You know why? Because he realizes he's not winning the battle. I've told him this already. I've told you guys this already. Never fight these battles with women or men. And I'm telling you, for someone who's done it before, right? The fact that she's confused is a problem. Okay? If she's confused and unwilling to give you security, it's time for you to move on before you become more so insecure. See, Austin has to get out there now. But the problem with Austin is, like I had a problem with this when a situation happened to me, is you start thinking about the game, you start thinking about the reward, and you start thinking to yourself, if I get this, this will be a massive reward. What you're not deep in is, if it really was yours, you would have had it already. If it really was yours, you'd have had it already. If it really was yours, you'd have had it already. And see, that's the reality of the situation. And so what you don't deep is, right? You don't need to wait for her to figure it out. You need to get out of there. Right? You need to get out of there. You see, Austin represents stability. Ace represents connection. The connection is good, but she has got no stability with Ace. She got stability with Austin, but no connection. Okay? Austin needs to get out of there. Release her, bro. Send her to the gulag. Bye-bye. Be done. Because now you're being used as a pawn and you don't realize this. Now she's telling you you're sounding weak. Listen to what she's saying.
As much as I want to be there to like walk you through this and stuff, I also don't want to. One thing I can say I really love about Ace is that he's very confident in his position. No matter who's in the room doing what, he don't care. If the basis of our relationship is starting at a place of where you don't feel confident, you're always getting in your head, you constantly need reassurance, that gives me like exhaustion.
And you know what? She's right. It will give you exhaustion, right? It will definitely give you exhaustion. And I'm not against what she's saying. She's right. Having to consistently reassure someone. Here's the truth, though. Are you reassuring, though? No, because we're in a triangle. You know what I'm saying to you? We're in a triangle. So what Austin needs to do is leave. And the moment Austin leaves, Shelly has to deal with Ace by herself. Now we're going to see how Shelly handles it. You see, sometimes you have to give people what they want. And now, my thing is, I don't think even Austin even likes it like that. He hasn't got any other options, blood. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, bro, go for Amaya if you want to go for Amaya, bro. But this is wasting time. And you're wasting resources and energy. At the end of the day, old girl is the reason why you feel the way you do. Look, let me tell you this now. This is not the 1500s. You don't have a fair game. This is 2025. Let me tell you this again one more time for the mandem who are listening to me. Listen, in 1500s, you might have stood a chance. It might have been a 50-50 chance because if you were consistent enough, she might choose you. But in 2025, where there's a bag of men and a bag of women, I want to tell you this now. Fighting for a girl is a waste of time. Fighting for a man is a waste of time. If they wanted you, they would. This is not a case of survival. We're in thriving mode. If we were in 1500s, people are trying to survive. You've got a chance, mate. You can have a belly and titties and be the mayor chancellor of that town and city and be the ugliest dude. You're gonna stand a chance because women had to survive. We are not in survival mode anymore, my brother. We're in thriving mode, which means people can choose. Okay, we can choose. So if people can choose and they're not in survival mode, you don't stand a chance. Okay? All right, you don't stand a chance. So what Austin needs to do is step back because every time she keeps telling you about how great Ace is, she just told you today, Ace has been amazing, it's been great, it's been wonderful. You know, he's doing all these things, we're connecting. And now behind your back, she's telling people, oh, he's being too much. He needs too much reassurance. Okay. Just to prove what I'm saying to you. Okay. To prove what I'm going to say to you. Let's see what happens between Shelly and Ace. Let's see what happens between Shelly and Ace. Because since she's talking big talk about someone needs reassurance, let's see what she says. Okay? She's talking big talk. I hear it. We can all talk big talk when we have our safety nets in place. When you don't have a safety net, can you talk the big talk that you're talking? And let's see if you can talk big. You see, a lot of people can play the game, but when you got a safety net, it's all well and good. When you got no safety net, can you play the same game? Are you willing to take a risk? Let's see what.
I appreciate you for being willing to listen.
Listen to what?
What I said.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so I played the wrong clip. My bad. I wanted to play the part where she was talking to the camera. Let me see if I can get it, guys. If I can get it, hold on. Let me see if I can get it for you guys because she was talking to Confessions. And she was complaining and crying about the fact that Ace keeps moving around. I said, how you complaining about Ace moving around? I thought you said that if you're open and you're still ready to go anywhere, why do you need to be complaining about him moving around? It shouldn't be an issue because you're doing the exact same thing, right? Moving around. You know what I mean?
Back because it's like someone comes in here, you ready to explore every fucking connection every 5 seconds. It kind of makes me question, like, okay, what else are you trying to look for? It's just so frustrating and it's so annoying and it just makes me feel like, ugh.
I really appreciate you for being willing to listen.
Listen to what?
Now, it don't matter whether you say it out loud or whether you say it in your head. Listen, at the end of the day, you're pressed. Okay? At the end of the day, she's pressed. All right? And we know she's pressed because later on, she went to the girls and started mimicking his voice and talking about, he's open. Da, 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 da. And I said, wait, Shelly, so how are you complaining about Austin needing reassurance? Oh, I know why, because he's a placeholder. See, we get irritated with the people that are placeholders for us. Instead of just getting rid of them. You see what I'm saying to you? She should just get rid of him, but she can't get rid of him. You know, because Shelly's still playing the game because really and truly, Ace is the prize. Ace knows he's a prize and keeps running because he knows he got Shelly locked. So that's the problem we're having. So Ace is running, Shelly's running after Ace, and Austin's running after Shelly. Someone's got to quit, blood. You know what I'm saying to you? Someone's got to quit, blood. You feel what I'm saying to you? Someone's got to quit. Someone's got to give it up. Someone's got to quit. You know what I'm saying to you? All right? Someone's got to quit. Someone's got to get out of here, because you feel me? Now, I want to just talk quickly about Huda and Jeremiah because, baby, that conversation that they had was not sweet at all. I said, Jeremiah, if you don't settle this right, you're going to get cussed out some more and you're going to lose your life. Okay? Okay? You know, let's keep a buck here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I haven't given up yet. How was you talking to Iris? Because you were fucking happy dancing after you're done talking to her. And then secondly, when she walked in, you're going,
We had a great talk. He was like, "Oh, I am interested in you. I know you heard her close off." And I was like, "Yeah, we're really good."
I knew she was interested in you.
I literally told her, like, "Yeah, it might have been like a rough morning." Like,
okay, before I get copyright, I don't want to get copyright because you know they're gonna copyright me. But this situation between Huda and Jeremiah. Listen, let's lock it up, man. I'm glad that they sent Iris to Jeremiah. Hopefully, Jeremiah gives her a chance. You know what I'm saying too. But the problem is they've had sex now, and that's what's going to make it so difficult. They've had sex. Once you have sex, it becomes very difficult now to be able to release yourself from the shackles of the issue. You know what I'm saying? To like, I'm like wade in the water. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, bro, okay. Yes,
Like, things might be good, but that's my girl.
What'd you say?
That's
You're never ever supposed to bring up any fucking problems to anybody. I don't give a fuck who it is, ever.
Okay.
And guess what? I don't know the bitch. Don't fucking bring up shit about us, especially problems.
Now, Huda, I like you, but we got to tone that stuff down. That's ridiculous. Darling, you've been doing way too much and you've been escalating over the past couple of days, babe. You've been doing a little bit too much, a little bit more. Okay, all right. So the people have voted now for you. They voted against you, babe. Okay, because they need you. Okay, all right. They need you to relax. Okay, sis, before you go off the deep rails. Okay, we know that you like your man. Okay, but we need you to chill. Okay, because now, and look, I got it. I understood. The betrayal at the end was betrayal. I understand what you're feeling, babe. I'm not mad at you for feeling betrayed, especially by his best friend, Nick, who's in the villa, who then sent you home too. I want to be honest with you. Shout out to Nick, because at least he was honest, but it's still betrayal. Okay, I want to be honest with you. Okay, it's still betrayal. All right, no matter how you look at it. If Nick is Jeremiah's boy and he's talking to him like a boy and he feels like he's a boy, if my boy turns around, regardless whether it's bad for me or not, and you send the girl that I like home, I will never trust your ass again. So for me personally, Nick is now no longer my friend. For me personally, like you going against the grain to send my girl home is I can never trust you. Now, I think Nick was right. Like, I'm not going to say that he's wrong. I don't want to say right because I think sending her home was a bit mad. But I understand that Nick was seeing what he was seeing. But the problem I have is once you do that, bro, right, I can't trust you. You see, that's the thing about friendship that's very difficult. I can't go beyond what you will allow to go on beyond. Yeah, I can't save you if you won't save yourself. That is what we call autonomy, and that's what we call you having freedom. Now, my boy may be in a madness, but I'm gonna tell you this now. I've had boys in madness before. I can never go behind their back and then be like, hey, leave my boy alone. Don't talk to him no more. What kind of nonsense is that? As a man, you can't do that. So in that space, right, when I'm seeing Nick do that, I said that friendship will be over for me. Now, unless Jeremiah really wants to be out of the situation, which maybe he does. I ain't gonna lie to you, maybe he does. You know what I'm saying to you? He ain't gonna feel no way about it. But if I really want to stay in it, and you go and do that, that's a friendship done. That friendship can't come back, bro. It can't come back. It's very difficult to come back. You know what I'm saying to you? It's very difficult to come back. Because, bro, at the end of the day, fam, you should be backing me regardless. That's what friendship's about. You back me even in my nonsense. That's why we're friends. But if you're not backing me in my nonsense, how do I trust you? You know what I mean? But I'm not saying Nick was wrong again about the red flags or anything. He definitely saw the red flag. We all seen it. The red flags are evident. You know what I mean? But as a friend, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying to you? You sabotaged your friend. You were trying to sabotage your friend like that, and I'm like, yeah, broski, Nick, I like you, bro, but yeah, family, you have to allow a man to make a mistake. Hold on. Let me fucking play it clear.
Nick, who do you want to dump from the island tonight?
I think the reason that we're all here is to be exploring new connections and trying different things.
Now let's pause it right here. My thing is, yeah, of course, the chat and wasp, because if we're here to explore new connections, yeah, if we're really here to explore new connections, Nick, why did you tie yourself down with Sierra, bro? But look, if we're here to explore new connections, I understand it, yeah, I get it, but we're not here to explore new connections. That's the whole point. It's Love Island. Like people keep using this excuse of we're meant to here to explore a connection. No, you're not. It's Love Island. So we're supposed to find love. You know what I'm saying to you, right? Because there's a prize cash at the end. Now, the prize cash makes it a very complicated situation because if they find love and they stay to the end, well, go on for the thing, right? Now, of course, it makes bad TV. Let's be honest. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And I think that from the beginning, it was kind of tunnel vision and almost like a safety and security thing. So the islander that I will be dumping tonight is...
Now, imagine, I want you to imagine, yeah, that your boy is saying to you that basically the girl only chose you because she's insecure and don't really rate you. Now, that's what I'm trying to tell you is tact. You can't be my boy after this. You can never be my boy after this. Never. Because after you're basically telling me the only reason why that girl really likes you because she's insecure and tact. Now, I don't doubt that you might see the red flags, but you got to deliver this correctly. What do you mean she only chose me because I'm insecure, because she's insecure? So she can't choose me because I'm a good-looking guy. She can't choose me because I'm a fine piece of meat. She can't choose me because of that. But she can't choose me because she's insecure. And basically, You know what I'm saying? You've got to be very careful of the wording. That's why I said already, me personally, Nick couldn't be my boy after that. You know what I'm saying to you? Regardless, if I'm in my madness, I'm in my wrongs, you call me out like you have been, but you don't ever go behind my back and do that, bro. That will never be a friendship. And mandem don't do that. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Real mandem don't do that, blood. Okay? Right? Real mandem don't do that. I want to be very real with you, right? Real mandem don't do that. And so we can get excited about, oh, Nick did the right thing, but mandem don't do that. It's very snakish. So if you understand how male relationships work, we are very much like allow a man to do what a man has to do. You know what I'm saying? I can hold you accountable, but I can't force you to do something. You know what I'm saying to you, right? And my girl is an extension of me. So you should never, ever, okay, never, ever. No, 22 is not an excuse, Izzy. It's never an excuse. He's been a boy for all his life. Mandem don't do this thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that at that point, you're not my boy. And of course, it's only been a few days. So all that chat about my friend, you're not my friend. See, my friend is done at the beginning when he was telling me amongst the boys and in private. That makes sense. As a man and a boy, you're telling me, family, bro, I hear you, but this ain't it for you, bro. This ain't the girl for you. Leave her alone. Get it left, bro, because she's gonna hurt you. That makes sense. It makes total sense. But for you to come and then who we're gonna send home? You're gonna send my girl home? Now, unless, and I want to put the caveat here, unless he's gonna come behind his back and told Nick, I don't mind leaving, bro. I don't mind if you get rid of her. Then that's a different story. But if he hasn't done that, then you're not. Then we're not. That's not how boys operate. You know. And I've had this conversation before online about this kind of stuff where men do certain things, and I tell you, like, that's not how male friendships work. Like, don't get excited about a man holding a man accountable if that's his boy. Whatever. Like, there's certain things that we just don't do. Like, I'm not saying we're not accountable, by the way. I'm saying, like, there's a way that we do it. We do it in private. We do it in our own space. That's what Nick did first. But what he just did there, bro, that's not your boy right there. That's an enemy. Okay, I mean, all right. So exactly, Bashir. It's Jeremiah's now looking at the mandem like, nah. Oh man, no, you're even mad. And thank you. You know what's even worse is that Nick is the person he told he wants to have a baby, that Huda has a baby. So now, unless he's told him behind the scenes, but if this is the case, this is how people get caught up in more abusive relationships, because now the very thing you think you're helping with, you've now become a betrayer. So now you're proving Huda's point correctly. Don't tell nobody our issues, because if you tell somebody our issues, look what they do. Your own friend did that to you. But look at her girls. Her girls didn't turn on her. Her girls didn't turn on her, right? We're saying that's not his boy, but the woman didn't do that to her. I want you to deep what you're saying. Deep what's actually happening here. That's why I said to you, I don't rate it. Because the girls did not turn on Huda and be like, oh my God, like, let's send Huda home because she's doing way too much. You know what I'm saying to you? Didn't do that. The girls, regardless, back their girls. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When the girls are doing that, of course, it's girl code partly as well. But you know what I'm saying to you? Then you know who your friend is. But not when. Do you know what I'm saying to you? The mandem don't do that to each other. If they're doing that to you, then that's not really your friend. That's what I'm trying to say, Charlize. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's not your friend. That's your enemy in waiting in the lines. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Yes, I said this already. Amaya did the exact same thing. I called her out earlier on. Amaya is a betrayer. I told you this already. I said, when you put betray and Amaya there, they're together. I said this already. Because how can you say that you're friends with Hannah and send Charlie home after crying? I said the exact same thing. People like these two, I get scared of people like this. When they can tell you, I'm your best friend. And then they do it to you. I get scared of people like that. And me personally, I don't get scared of them. I get scared of them. But listen, my time is up. I gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying to you? I gotta get out of here. But bruh, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying to you? Shout out to this episode if you guys are here. I can't wait for the next one to do. Tomorrow we drop another one. It depends if it drops early. If it drops early, I might be up a late one. I might try to still awake late and we'll have it. But let's just, this episode was an exciting episode. Shout out to Love Island. This is how you produce an episode. Had us waiting in the wings and then came with it. Yeah, we do need some new bombshells now. We need some new bombshells. We need to shake things up. Oh, I didn't talk about Taylor and Olandria properly. Yes, okay, Taylor and Olandria, let me be very honest with you, okay? Taylor's a boy. Okay, no offense. Taylor's a boy. Okay, and he's struggling. Okay, he's struggling underneath the weight of the fact that there's an age gap between him and Olandria, and it seems like there's also an intelligence gap. Not gonna lie to you. Okay, no matter how much we try to play it off. All right, Olandria, if she wants to be honest, is biding her time. Okay, that boy is a boy. No offense. And do you know what? It's not bad because at 22, I would have thought I was a big boy too. I would have thought I was a big boy too. But between 22 and 27, yeah, that's a big way. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna be real with you and keep it a buck that Taylor and Olandria, it don't work. Okay. Now, my biggest issue with Taylor is that he doesn't fancy her. He doesn't actually find her attractive. I hope that Olandria's clocked it. He does not find her attractive. He told Ace he struggled to find attraction, and he only kissed her to lock her in, blood. Okay, Taylor, I think, likes white women. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm sorry. I want to be real with you. I think Taylor likes the white girls. You see the way he was looking at Hannah? Did you see the way his legs were kicking or looking? Bro, he likes white women. I'm not mad at it. I just want people to just be honest about what they like. You know what I'm saying to you? I don't see him liking Olandria, and there's something about it. Just the way that he was talking with Hannah. I said, I think he likes the white women's. I think he likes the white women's. Okay, I think he likes the white women's. Okay, I think he likes white women's.
Honestly, yeah, I like him. That he always remind me how beautiful I am and how much he truly wants to get to know me. I feel like y'all approach me differently. He was more so like,
this is the closest I've ever seen Olandria and Taylor be, bruv. Because most times they're sitting apart, bro. Okay, most times they're sitting apart. That's the first time I've seen them actually really close, but really and truly, they are not that close. All right, I'm trying to find a clip where Taylor was on he was talking to Hannah on the terrace. He was talking to Hannah on the terrace, and he was, because she was getting stressed. Oh, yeah, this part here. Yeah, look, remember this part here. Look, this part. Okay, all right.
Taylor, I'm fucking sick right now. Yesterday, I was honest and I communicated how I felt. It just feels like I did all of that for nothing. And if that's how he's going to move every single time, somebody applies a little bit of pressure in a place where that's always what's happening. Nobody applied pressure. Says she was out here kissing man outside of the game challenges. It wasn't pressure. You weren't honest about it, but let's not lie. Okay, let's not pretend that, sis. Let's not pretend. I'm trying to get a clip here where they were, so you can see a bit more clearly, because blood, the way that he was talking to her, I was like, I think you like women, and it's okay. But I need you to release Olandria, because that's not your one, bro. You're not feeling her like that, blood. You're not feeling her like that, blood. You're not feeling her like that, blood. And it's okay. It's okay, Taylor, to go after what you want. Okay? All right? Olandria ain't the one. Okay? All right? Olandria ain't the one. Okay? All right? So that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying to you? I can't wait to see what happens on this episode. Yeah, she's amazing TV. I can't lie to you. I'm really enjoying it. I can't lie to you. The madness. You know what I'm saying to you? Someone had to go today. But yeah. Anyway, listen, I've got to go. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. Hopefully we'll be back later on for another exciting show. Love, peace, hope.